very good evening and a warm welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Marim Vijayaratna. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Financial sector strengthens despite lingering bad loans, governor says. Eurocars Private Limited shines at the Colombo Motor Show. News in detail. The central bank has released its annual financial stability review, highlighting a significant recovery in banking sector profits and credit growth. The report, which details the health of the financial systems up to June 2025, was presented at a press conference in Colombo. The review revealed that the banking sector's profit after tax surged by 67.8% in the first half of this year, reaching 187.5 billion rupees, driven by a substantial increase in net interest income. Private sector credit growth accelerated to 14% year-on-year by the second quarter, supported by an accommodative monetary policy and improved economic activity. However, the report also flagged ongoing vulnerabilities, including an elevated Stage 3 loans ratio of 12%, indicating persistent non-performing loans, particularly within domestic systematically important banks. The review noted a shift in bank exposure away from the government towards the private sector, though this share remains below pre-pandemic levels. Furthermore, while the stock market posted robust gains, it experienced net foreign outflows, highlighting the need to attract foreign investors. The central bank confirmed that the total capital adequacy ratio of the banking sector improved to 19.4%, indicating strengthened buffers against potential shocks. Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe has expressed strong confidence in Sri Lanka's current economic recovery path, describing the growth rate as stable and comfortable. He assured that this positive momentum is expected to continue throughout next year without any downturn, noting the economy keeps improving steadily since the crisis.
Our inflation target 5%, we will be reaching 5% inflation target next year. That is central bank objective is to maintain inflation, that we reach that. And also financial stability, we can see clearly the stability compared to last couple of years, stability is much better. There is a lot of improvements in terms of financial stability. So we don't see a problem. In terms of economic recovery, economy is continuously growing around 5%. I think that is a healthy economic growth. After the crisis happened in 2022 and 2023, I think we see the trend continuing for next year as well. I think we are hopeful. I think our projection also indicate next year also there will be at least 4 to 5% growth for next year. That is a very healthy, comfortable, good growth.
The governor also raised serious concerns about the banking sector's performance compared to returns for depositors. He emphasized that despite bank profits surging by around 65%, fixed deposit returns remain very low for ordinary savers.
Return on deposits low, the whole lending rates are also low. Both are coming down. So that's one of the reasons. There are two things. One is the net interest margins have been relatively high, increasing because of the compression we had during the crisis period. As a result, especially if you look at the last year, 2024 banks were so high because of the reversal of some of the provisions for directory circular. As a result, that went up. That now it is coming back to, if you look at the levels of profitability, is gradually coming down. Still relatively higher compared to the last several years. But I think we would hope that once going forward with the stabilization, with the Stage 3 loans are coming down, provisions are basically higher. With the recovery process improving, then it will come down further. Obviously, we would like to see net interest margins lower than what at this level. Average historically it has been 3.5%. It has just above 4%, about half percentage higher than the lending and deposit rates.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. The historic Ceylon Motor Show 2025 made a spectacular return this year at the BMICH Colombo, marking its first edition at the newly built halls of Western Car Park. As organized by the Ceylon Motor Traders Association and Classic Car Club of Ceylon, the event, which was kicked off this evening, will be held tomorrow and day after. The event reaffirmed its position as Sri Lanka's biggest and most influential automotive exhibition, and it returned after a 6-year hiatus. The exhibition is featuring the largest showcase of vehicles ever held in Sri Lanka, including cars, SUVs, motorcycles, trucks, and automotive accessories, representing over 30 globally leading brands through their authorized franchise holders in Sri Lanka. The organizers say it would unite industry leaders, vehicle enthusiasts, and families, with over 30,000 visitors expected across its 3-day duration. Eurocars Private Limited comes under the IWS Holdings Private Limited, has also joined in the motor show with the prestigious Porsche Macan and 718 Cayman. Chief Delegate of the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Sri Lanka, Martin Klose, participated as the chief guest for the event by the Eurocars. The Porsche Macan and 718 Cayman are being displayed at the motor show. Sri Lanka's export sector has demonstrated strong growth, earning nearly $13 billion in the first 9 months of this year. The latest figures from the Export Development Board show a 7% increase compared to the same period last year. The total export earnings from January to September reached $12,986 million, with merchandise exports growing by 7.59% to over $10 billion. Services exports also saw a 4.48% increase, led by robust performance in ICT and business process management. Key sectors driving this growth included apparel and textiles, tea and coconut-based products, which saw a remarkable 41.83% surge. Export Development Board Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Mangala Wijayasinghe stated that with over 72% of the annual export target already achieved, Sri Lanka remains confident of reaching its full-year goals. The data also reveals significant market diversification, with exports to India growing by 23%, making it Sri Lanka's second largest export destination ahead of the United Kingdom. CBL Summer Porsche has renewed its sponsorship of the Under-14 National Football Championship for the 14th consecutive year. The tournament will see over 12,000 young players from across the island compete through November and December. The championship, organized by the Sri Lanka School Football Association with guidance from the Football Federation, will see participation from 620 teams, including 510 boys teams and 110 girls teams. Matches will be held across 32 centers nationwide, with participants coming from all 25 districts. The first round begins in November, followed by the second round from December 5th to 7th in Galle, and culminating in the finals on December 13th at Colombo's Racecourse grounds. CBL Food Cluster Director and Chief Executive Officer Manjula Dahanayaka stated that as a homegrown brand, they are committed to investing in youth development and national sporting excellence through such initiatives.
Where we talk about, in addition to nutrition, education, sports, creativity, as well as good habits are vital for a child to become a winning child. So under this philosophy, we've taken it to our hearts, and we've been a proud sponsor of Under-14 Football Championship for 14 consecutive years. What makes us more proud and happy is the fact that we've seen the progress of this championship. This year we have over 600 teams participating in this tournament. And to see and to also elaborate how this tournament has reached every corner in the country. Last year we had winning teams from Northern Province as well as Western Province, which is a great representation of how this tournament, the Summer Posha tournament, has reached our children across the country.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back with the stock updates. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The all-share price index dropped by 38.43 to close at 22,812.52. The S&P SL20 dropped by 2.56 to close at 6,266.31. The turnover was over 6.2 billion rupees and over 226 million shares were traded. Up next are Forex rates. That's all we have for tonight. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Have a great weekend. Take care. Good night.